Yes, people. Welcome back to You Know What, GNA TV and That Debate Show. I'm your host, Jem.
And I'm your host, Ads, and this is GNA TV. Roll the intro.
Don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking now. Feel your heartbeat. Feel somewhere you're looking now.
Yes, people. Welcome back to that show, GNA TV. I hope you're all well on this Saturday evening or Saturday afternoon or Saturday midday or wherever it is that you are in the world. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We're here to bring you content as always. We're going to delve into the Chelsea debate show today. It's that debate show. We're going to talk about the attacking line of Chelsea. We're going to delve into the current players that are currently there, if we believe that they can improve. If they can, if we think that we should carry them into next season. We're also going to delve into players that may be able to come in and replace these players. We're going to talk about players that maybe that we want to exit the football club as well. It's going to be a big one. Also, it's going to include our current strikers at the moment, and that big talk that we're hearing on social media about Haaland potentially coming to Chelsea. So it's going to be a big one, people. But please, before we move forward, please smash that like button. Please get that like button smashing. The more you smash that like button, the more likes we actually get as a community, as the GNA community, the more this video gets shared out, and we get a bigger crowd here tuning in. There's 16 of you at the moment. And please subscribe if you're new here as well. Ads, how you doing, my man? You all good?
I'm not bad, bro. I'm just ready to get stuck here and have a discussion about the Chelsea strikers. And yeah, man, it's going to be entertaining, people. Like Jem said, smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. We do Manchester United and Chelsea content every single week.
Yes.
Jem.
Yes. So let's jump into some of the chats quickly before we also drop. What we're going to do, people, we are going to drop the link in the. I'm going to drop the link in the comments box soon. Anyway, so you guys can come in, join us. It's going to be open to you as the viewers to get involved, have your say, tell us what you feel as well. So yeah, it will be, depending how busy we get, we will be sort of switching it around, bringing people in and out as well as we move along. We have got our usual people coming in as well, part of the GNA community. CFC Huncho says, does that say a pineapple, or what is that for us? Popcorn. He's ready. Extreme SZN, first time I've seen you here, bro. Please smash that like button and please subscribe if you're new here. Big up to Manny CFC. Hope you're well, bro. Will says he's gassed for the show as well. DJ Seth J's here as well. Big up to him as well. Johnny's in the house. Johnny Boy Blue is also in the house. We've got a comment here from Jackie Schroff saying Haaland is crazy. Good touch for his first goal. Big up to Abdul, who's in the house. It says big up Kazi. Big up to Winter Surfer that also says Man United and Fred are poo because it adds here, so he's also trying to keep him interested. And yeah, guys, look, there's tons of you here. I could sit here all day going through. Monster, big up to you. Father, big up to you as well, bros, in the house. 23 of you here. Please hit that like button and let's delve into the topics that we are going in for today. Lambs has joined us. Lambs, before we move into that, how are you doing? How's your day been?
I'm doing all right, man. It's been an okay day. It's been cool. Can't really complain. How you guys?
Yeah, not bad. Looking forward to this one. A lot of interest. I know we sort of left it last minute as well. But yeah, it's gonna be good. People, the links in the chat already. Like I said to you, this debate show is about you, the viewers, getting your say, getting involved in the topics that we're going to be breaking down as well. Yeah, so we're going to delve into obviously the Chelsea attack line. Before we bring people in, let's start it, shall we? Obviously, we've got Giroud, we have Tammy Abraham, we have Werner. We can throw in on the wingers. We've got to throw Pulisic in there. We've got to throw Cho in there, and we've got to throw Hakim Ziyech, Havertz, and Mason Mount in this discussion as well. Who? I mean, looking. I'm gonna start. Do you know what? Actually, let's get everyone in. They're all here anyway. They've flown. Ads, throw them all. Let's throw them in. Let's get them in. Let's get the team in one by one. Ads, one by one. So we've got. Oh, he's dropped them in anyway. So we've got Will. We've got Will. We've got Winter Surfer doing his little dance. We've got Christian, who's a Manchester United fan here. We've got CFC Huncho here.
They're all just piling in.
We've got Father here. We've got Real Chris here.
Yes.
Right. What? Wow. You know, massive guy. How you doing, people? You all good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Good, man.
Good.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, all good, bro. All good. We're all excited, all ready to get stuck into this topic as always. As we always know, it's always heated. We are going to have to keep switching around though, because there's people just still trying to get in at the moment. And they can't because we've already got 9 people in. So I'm going to start with. Let's start with the topic about the strikers. Obviously, we've got Timo. Oh, here he is. Let's get him in as well. 1 second. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a show without Johnny Bomb, would it? Johnny's in the house.
This will not end well.
Right, guys. Our strike. Let's start with the strikers. We've spoke a bit about the wingers already. I want to start with the strikers. We currently have Giroud, Tammy Abraham, and Timo Werner. How well do we think they have performed this season? And do we believe that one of the three will have to lead this season? Like, obviously, we know that we need a striker, which is we can all come to an agreement on that. But my question is, they're doing for example, Tammy Abraham's doing quite well. He's scored goals. Yeah, he's our top goal scorer at the moment. There's a lot of slander about. Let's start with Tammy anyway. There's a lot of slander about Tammy actually being kicked out now. You know, pushed along, move on to championship team, wherever he's going to go. Do we agree that Tammy Abraham should still be a Chelsea football player next season? I'm going to start with Ads. Come on, Ads, tell us.
Listen, I'd say personally, we know who's better than him, and we know who isn't better than him. Sadly, when it comes to the out-and-out strikers, I'd say he's probably bottom of the pile, but that doesn't mean he's necessarily bad. I'd just say there's a lot more sheer quality in there. I don't care what anyone says. Tammy's a better striker than Werner. And sadly, that is the truth. I think what they bring to the team,
the bombs already.
How much they project. Hear me out. In terms of how much he brings to the team and how much they project, I think Tammy and Werner are just as bad as each other.
Wow.
So for me, if that's the case, then bring it on. I want to see what happens between Werner and Abraham, but he's not championship level, I don't think. I think he deserves to be in the Premier League. Is Chelsea his level? Who knows? I haven't seen too much of him this season to actually fully judge him. But I know last season he did pretty well. But, you know, you have Giroud, who clearly isn't going to be there for much longer. It all depends whether or not you bring in a Haaland or another good striker. And then time will tell whether who's going to be up to the challenge and up to the task of being a second option striker.
Yeah, I hear that. Look, I mean, Ads has dropped a bomb already, because I know there's a lot of people here that disagree, especially Chelsea fans. Lambs, Tammy Abraham, is he good enough for Chelsea to stay at Chelsea next season, be a second, third striker? How are you feeling about him?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Thank you, Lambs. Thank you.
The fact that people are sitting here saying he's our top goal scorer, like, that says all that it needs.
Part of the problem is
shameful.
We were like dropping down to 8th in the Premier League table, losing games left, right, and centre. The only goals he was getting, let's not lie, was in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup against lesser teams. Let's be honest. At the end of the day, under Tuchel, since Tuchel's come in, he has given him a chance. Let's not lie. He's given every single player in the squad a chance. Like, he has tried to, like, he's basically like auditioning players for parts. Do you want a part in my squad next season? Okay, prove to me that you're good enough. And Tammy Abraham, twice he's been substituted at half-time for a reason. It looks like almost when we're playing with Tammy Abraham, we're playing with 10 men on the pitch, one less man.
To be fair, the first time
it's not good enough for Chelsea. That's all I'm saying. He will be better at a lesser, like a mid-table club, possibly top 8 club, something like that. But he's just not good enough for Chelsea.
Can I ask something?
If I have to point out who our most clinical striker is, I would have to say it's Giroud. I would have to say it's Giroud because he is our most clinical striker. He scores vital goals for us when,
100%.
like you said, our other attacking players are missing sits left, right, and centre. I'm not going to agree that Timo Werner has struggled to find the target, but lately we are seeing potential. We are seeing glimpses. His movement and his playing and his playing off the ball is immense. It's crazy. You can almost see literally all the guy needs to do is hit the target, but you can see he's doing everything right except hit the target, and you can see that it's coming. With Timo Werner, I think it's unfair to judge him because it's been a real imbalanced season as well. And you can see the same with Kai Havertz as well. He's another player that people have heavily criticised. Now under Tuchel, we're now seeing his potential shine more and more as well. And I feel like these players, if they don't turn up next season, then fair enough, they are open to criticism. But I do feel like they are showing glimpses that they will turn up next season for us.
Yeah. I hear Lambs. I mean, look, there you go. There's two people that are... No, actually, one person said Tammy out and one person says Tammy in. Christian is a Manchester United fan. Christian, is Tammy good enough to still be at Chelsea next season, bro?
He's not good enough to be a starter. To be a backup, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
But for me, when I look at Tammy, we mentioned he's the top goal scorer. Like David always says, that's part of the problem, not the solution. You know what I'm trying to say? Tammy Abraham should never be Chelsea's top goal scorer. So when we look at it, I think it's best for Tammy to leave and go to like a Villa or a West Ham, because that's where he'll thrive. That's where he'll get goals. Like he's been Villa before and he bagged bare goals. I know he was in the Championship, but he's still bagging. So when I look at it, he's not good enough. But at the same time, are any of Chelsea's strikers currently necessarily performing better than him? The only one I could definitely say is Giroud.
They never will.
Werner.
Hey, don't try that.
I'm very skeptical of Werner, but like I do give him a lot of criticism, but it is his first season. Like we've got to cut him a little bit of slack. So for me, Tammy just he ain't gonna cut the mustard there, is he?
So Velvish one says Tammy should go Southampton. That's coming from a Liverpool fan, which I think is quite unusual. But yeah, we'll let you have that one, bro. We'll let you have that one. My guy Will, where's Will?
Yeah, I'm here.
Bro, what is your thoughts on Tammy, man? Like, how do you feel about him?
Don't sugarcoat it, bro. It's a difficult situation because I'm not the person saying, "Oh, this is Werner's first season. He's 25 years old. We need to criticise him like we would to Tammy Abraham." Has Werner? I think Werner is a better player than Tammy Abraham, in my opinion. I don't think Tammy's good enough. I don't think Werner's good enough to be a starter either. But against certain teams, he is more of a threat than Tammy Abraham, in my opinion. So I would.
Is he better than Bamford?
Yes.
Will, is he better
Tammy
than
is
Bamford?
just as good as Abraham. Tammy's just as good as
Tammy's better than Bamford. Bamford
He's just as good as him.
Bamford's
He's even better than Bamford, man.
Lambs disagrees.
Better. Bamford is better.
Who's in the bottom of my shoe the next time?
I agree with
For
Lambs.
me, like,
I agree with Lambs. Yeah, Bamford's better than Tammy.
Ads, you need to change your shoes, man. You need to change your shoes. There's a lot of
yeah,
stuff on
if
there.
you put Tammy in that Leeds team, I think he scores as many goals as Bamford does.
I'll get you like.
But anyway,
Like,
With
I
Tammy's
think
first touch, he's scoring.
Tammy needs to be.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you give Tammy the chances that Leeds create, I think Tammy will score just as many goals as Bamford does. And me, that's not I don't rate Bamford. Like,
That's fair enough. I would sell Tammy. I'd sign a striker and drop Werner to the bench to play against certain opposition. That's
Welbeck, you're getting there. Come on.
Wait, Welbeck scored.
Yeah, Welbeck scored.
Anyway. Who cares about Welbeck? He's dead. Right. Winter Surfer, my man. How you feeling? And how you feeling about Tammy, my man? Tell us.
If Tammy doesn't score, what does he offer us?
Nothing.
Nothing, right?
That's true.
Right? His first touch is not that great. Yeah, his link-up play is okay. He can't head the ball. He's got a head like a wet sponge. Yeah, so it's not
talking about his hair, 'cause I agree.
He's right.
No, not his
right.
hair. His actual heading.
Yeah,
I've seen defenders head the ball back to the goalkeeper harder than he does attacking the ball. Also, Also, he needs his movement. He moves very slow in the box. His reactions are not that great.
For a very.
And also,
sorry.
Yeah, and also, he's not prolific, man. He's not prolific. I mean, look at one game sums him up particular. I think we all agree it's that Spurs game. Yeah. That one game always sums him up. It just, I mean, if Giroud had been playing there, we probably would have won that game.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if Tammy's my top scorer at Chelsea, then I'm scared. Okay, I'm very scared. That is not good enough, and that's why we don't score a lot of goals with these strikers. At least with Werner, I'm getting something else. You know what I mean? Like the other night, I'm getting an assist. With Giroud, he's better holding up the ball. And he's more skillful. Tammy, sorry man, for me, you know, my sentiment is to the club and not players. Do you know what I mean? And he's not good enough for us. He needs to go.
Yeah, no,
well said.
I hear that. I feel like it's sort of mixed emotions with Tammy at the moment. We're not going to just solely fixate on Tammy. We'll start with him, and then we're going to talk about the overall attacking side of Chelsea and where we think it's going a bit wrong at the moment, if there is. My guy next to him is CFC Huncho, isn't it? Huncho is here, my man. How you doing?
Fam, I'm doing well until you brought up Tammy Abraham, man. That guy, every time he's on the pitch, man, it's just pain.
Why?
It's just
Tell us, bro.
Fam, he takes a touch and it looks like he's doing kick-ups, man. It's like it's so jarring. He's 6'5". He can't head the ball. He can't link up play.
Oh yeah,
his finishing's decent. Like, if we're being serious, if Tammy Abraham's good enough for our club, then what are we doing with our time? Like, what's the point of watching? What is the actual point of watching, man? Listen,
exactly.
There's not too much we have to say. He's not good enough, and that's it, man.
Yeah, well said.
And who is Werner then? Can I say something though? Right, listen. Only now are people realizing how unconductable and how unacceptable it is that Werner's not doing better. Right at the start of the season, everyone was like, "Oh, we'll give him a chance," and then some people would there be saying, "Yeah, he's not good enough." And now that tribe has kind of switched around to the other. The reason why, and I'll tell you this right now, the reason why he's so good off the ball is because he shouldn't be nowhere near one. He's shit. He's bad.
Oh my god,
Tammy.
That's why.
Let's talk about Werner.
To be fair,
Listen.
I try and be with Abraham and Werner
more than Werner in a game.
With Tammy though, he definitely gets. He should get. Him and Werner should both get equal criticism.
Don't read that name up.
They should both get criticism.
Yuri.
Werner is protected by a large. Werner is protected by a large group of our fans. He gets. Some fans won't criticize Werner. So they'll be quick to hate on Tammy.
Last season we saw what Werner can do, and I think people don't want to give up too early. But with Tammy, man, we should have given up from the beginning, man. This guy he's a shocking footballer.
I don't see any hope, Werner. I don't see any hope. Sad. I don't see any hope. Sadly, if he's that good off the ball, he shouldn't play football. You know, like what happens when he gets good football?
So what is Tammy?
Ad, can I ask you
Tammy's
something?
best attribute?
Go on, real quick.
Why does the managers like Lampard and Tuchel pick Werner more and Giroud and Tammy then?
He has more impact in the game.
Mate, listen. Like I said, for me personally, he is a better footballer than Tammy Abraham. Yes, and that's a fact. There's no denying that, right? Decision making is better. I know he misses sitters, but when you're missing sitters, it tends to either hit the goalkeeper or the post, which you've all seen with Werner. But
or
obviously,
stops the ball from going in like he did.
Then you're heading for the goal. So decision making is okay. But the presence, when Werner is on the pitch, 8 times, it used to be 10 out of 10, then 9, but I'll say 8 times out of 10 now. I don't feel any presence of him. I don't feel his presence on the pitch, and that's me just being honest. Because I said to Chelsea fans, I said, "You man have got a treat in store for you, man. When Werner gets to Chelsea." I said it. Everyone knows I said it. I said, "You man have a treat in store when Werner comes to Chelsea." This moment. Yeah, I love you too, mate. I'll say this to you now. Like I said, it's a treat coming to Chelsea, but we're not seeing this treat at the moment. If he does turn it around next season, then yeah.
Can I just say really quickly?
I hear you on that.
With Tammy Abraham, right? What his biggest issue with Tammy Abraham is this: he He can score goals, but he needs 100 chances to do that. That's not good enough.
To
And
be
that's not
fair,
gonna
Jem,
win.
to be fair, Werner has
That's-
a conversion rate of 9.86 this year, which is 7% below the average
Yeah, fine.
of a
But
striker
then
in the
wait a
Premier
sec.
League.
Yeah, but you
Bro,
say that,
we're
but
saying
then,
it as
but
if
then
Tammy's
you
good.
can't put
Tammy's
Werner and Tammy in the
horrible.
same bracket. I'm
Tammy's
sorry.
horrible.
You just can't. Look what he's done in
bro.
Bundesliga.
No,
The
I'm
30
not
odd
saying
goals
that,
this
Jem, as an
season. Like,
all-round player. I'm just saying
you
it's
can't
unfair
compare.
to say. It's unfair to say that
Bro.
Tammy needs 10 chances to score when Werner needs even more.
Exactly.
He doesn't know. That's the
You
thing.
put
He doesn't
Tammy in
get
a
10
game
chances
where
a
we
game.
need,
That's the
where we
difference,
haven't
Will.
got
That is the
five
difference.
goals.
Werner
If
don't
he
get
was
10
good,
chances.
if he was that good, G, if he was that
Have you,
good, then
wait, Jem,
if he was that
have you
good,
not
he
seen
wouldn't
it?
be
The I
competitive.
miss you. Have you not seen those chances?
That's tough.
Look,
Have you not
Because
seen
every
Tammy?
time, let me say this: every time Werner misses a chance, the whole media's on him. If Tammy Abraham misses a chance, no one really cares.
No, they
Because
do.
no one
They
cares
do.
about
I'm
Tammy
hearing
Do
Abraham.
you man
Tammy
remember
Abraham
that
ain't no
Tottenham game?
household name.
Do you man remember the Tottenham game?
Not as much as
I'm
Werner.
hearing this.
I
No.
can't lie. I've not seen one article that is actually gone against Werner or targeted.
Kai Havertz
No,
missed
I'm
some
talking about the
sit-
social
Kai
media,
Havertz
Twitter and
missed
stuff.
a couple of sitters against Leeds, and none of us moan as much as we do when Timo Werner does it.
No,
That's
we
what I'm
did.
saying.
No,
An
Andrew,
actual
I was
striker,
actually
Timo Werner.
No, I'm a
Like,
gem on
bro.
this one. I'm a gem on this
Like
one.
it's when Timo Werner does it, it's more focused because he comes with a reputation, and it is just what it is. He's here to
Boys,
score
the West
goals.
Ham game.
You know what I mean?
The West Ham game. Before we move on to our next guest, however, I want to say this right now. The West Ham game. You man all say, you know, Tammy Abraham, he needs
He was
100
overrated.
chances. But what I'm trying to say to you is, I don't see anyone doing that against West Ham. Getting 2 goals back after you man go 1-0 down. It doesn't
Bro,
know.
we
I
played
don't see
shocking
anyone
that
doing
game.
that.
The goals
I
we
don't see
scored was
anyone
shocking.
doing that. You say he's shocking. He got 2 clean goals.
To be fair,
Well,
Abraham on that
Give me
day.
another
That
team in the Premier League.
Concho,
That
who's done
performance,
if Werner
that
did
performance
that,
on the day.
you know,
was
listen, I'm
rubbish.
going to be honest right now. Listen, if Werner did that, everyone would be sniffing his ass, yeah? Everyone would be sniffing his ass if it was Werner. Just because it's Abraham, I heard no one give him praise. I heard not one
Yeah,
Because
person.
it's
we
true.
played
It's
poor
true.
that game. We played
The thing is, though,
absolutely
They
poor.
did
We
play
didn't
poorly
deserve a
that
win.
game.
Yeah, but Tammy came off the bench. That just tells you everything, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I want Farter to talk. Farter, how you doing, my bro? You right? What's that?
Yeah, good. I'm just taking the notes from some of your opinions,
Go
but
on.
yeah.
Tell us, bro.
Um,
Tell
I
us. I know
think
you're a big. Wait a second. I know you're a very big Timo Werner defender. So
Taking notes.
you've heard some slander on him. So come on.
no. Just first and foremost, just quick upon Tammy
Pele.
first. Yeah. What you got to know is the fact that I think I expected Tammy to be the one that challenged Timo Werner for a place in the starting lineup, especially with Werner coming into a new environment. You know, I expect him to do much better than Timo Werner did. But for this season, for me, I think with Tammy in that, yeah, I think there are some moments that I found that really annoying, especially in that final third, especially the decision making. In fact, that for me, like it's been inconsistent at times. Yeah, I also expected him like to step up, especially in the crunch moments when our main players, the likes of Timo Werner, has gone missing in that. And yeah, man, I just think again he has been one of the players that has been underperformed. But I wouldn't say he isn't that bad player. Maybe for me, I think with Tammy in that, maybe it's just the badge of this football club are just too big for him, you know.
Yeah. I hear that, Johnny boy. You've been very quiet, sitting there, very patient, been sitting and listening to all of the comments.
We ain't
about
talking
Tammy.
about Mount today, so
No, don't start that, please.
Don't sprinkle up already.
Don't start that, please.
What are you
But-
feeling, my man?
Firstly, right. I'm sitting here like a Cheshire cat, just listening to you lot, and I would say this: if you are asking me, is Tammy the striker to be my number one for Chelsea Football Club, or are you asking me, is Tammy a player that we should keep in our squad as part of the challenge? What's the
Neither.
question?
No.
Is he just good enough for Chelsea?
Both, Johnny, both.
Both. Well, but if you're going both, I mean, look, last year he scored 19 goals for Chelsea Football Club, and arguably without those goals, we wouldn't have got top 4.
not
So that was
arguably you wouldn't.
well,
Come
there
on,
you go.
man.
He's a big player for us last season. I think up to when Lampard left, since Lampard's left, he's sort of dipped off the radar, whether it's confidence and a bit of injury. So you've got to take that into consideration. But is he good enough to be part of the squad? Yes, he is. I think Tammy's got a lot to improve on, He has got a lot to improve on. His hold up. I would arguably say this season, the start of this season, a lot of people were actually commenting on how better his hold up play was. He improved it, and there was moments in the games where he did improve his hold up play, which was one of the things I criticised him for in last season. So I do see an improvement, and he does get those little tap-ins. He scored some big goals, like the Arsenal goal where we won it 2-1 last season. You know, he's got it in him to score big goals. What I will say is, if you're bringing in a Haaland, I don't know. I don't see Tammy wanting to sit on the bench or be a number 2. So whether he would stay, I don't know. I want him to stay, but the scenario I can foresee is, if you do let a player like Tammy Abraham go, there are not many strikers at his age who've had the experience he's had at Champions League level as well as Premiership level for a club like Chelsea around. And at his age, he's still got a lot of potential. And I can see him going to, let's say, an Arsenal, or let's say he goes to a United, or he goes to a Borussia Dortmund. He will bag 20 goals a season. And are we as Chelsea fans going to look at that and
Winter
go...
Surfer's disagreeing with you here, Johnny. I feel like he's
hold on.
This is not about
Johnny. What's Tammy's best attribute?
Tammy can finish, bruv. He can hold
He
up.
can
No,
What
but
I'm
he's
saying,
10 chances, Johnny. He's 10
yes, but what I'm
chances.
saying, what I'm saying,
crunch
hold
moments,
on.
Johnny. Crunch
Hold on.
moments.
Hold on.
Come on.
What I'm saying to you is, he's not going to be that. He's not going to be that Drogba, Haaland clutch player. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is, he has the potential to grow into that player if he's given the chance.
Okay, yep.
Nah,
I agree.
If you don't
This is
think he's
Chelsea
got
Football
potential,
Club, man. I
then
ain't giving no chance. Either
why
you can
don't
do
you
it
think
or you
he's got
can't.
potential? He scored 19 goals last season.
Rams
Why
in the
not?
house. Tammy
I
ain't good
watched
enough
him
for
play
Chelsea. You can do
I
better,
watched
is
him
what
play
Rams
football.
says.
He's not good.
Rams is a I don't know anything about football type of guy. Come on here, son, because
Wow.
Liverpool in the mud.
Wow. Wow.
Liverpool in the mud, and I love it. And if we get you in the semi-finals, we're going to do you nicely, mate. We're going to do you nicely.
Okay.
All right. So, real Chris hasn't spoke. Real Chris, what you saying?
Okay, I will say I like Tammy Abraham. He is a good player, but I think to get the best out of him, he has to leave the club, like for maybe Aston Villa or something, or West Ham. I don't know which club, but I think if a Haaland comes in, I would say Tammy needs to go because he won't have any room for us, and he won't sign a contract, will he?
Yeah.
No, but if he does sign the contract, I want him to stay. I want him to challenge.
He won't sign it. He won't sign it if he sees Haaland.
It's not good enough.
So you're Johnny. You're saying he's gonna be happy.
Yeah, but Chris, listen, bruv. Flipping Giroud's not going to stay. Chelsea are not going to offer the guy unless he miraculously scores a wonder goal or the winning goal in the Champions League. That's probably the only way he's going to get an extra year contract extension because of his age. All right, we've seen it with Chelsea. We wouldn't give it to Willian. All right, and Willian's done a lot more than what Giroud's done for Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
All right,
Johnny.
So why the hell, if you're going to get rid of Giroud, all right, and you're going to get rid of Tammy, all right, you're only going to have Werner and Haaland. And you can't go through all the amount of games that we're going to play in all the competitions with just two strikers that potentially can play together. So you need.
We have a secret one, Johnny. We have a secret one. It's called Kai Havertz. I'm going to say Kai Havertz can play a striker if he needs to be.
Right. I'm not even joking.
We have a secret one, Johnny.
Ram wants me to keep you on here because he's going to come on. I am going to refresh. We are going to refresh the group at some point to allow some of you guys to come in. I know there's so many people trying to get in still. There's nearly 40 of you here right now, so please smash that like button. Yeah, come on, let's get us to 40 likes. Yeah, let's do that. Subscribe if you're new here as well.
Come on, I want to drop some bombs, man. I want to drop some bombs on this guy.
So
why are we waiting for him to develop, man?
Thomas with us.
Johnny,
Thomas.
I was gonna say you like Kai. Kai Havertz and strikes out.
I love Kai Havertz. I think he's going to be our best player.
We'll get to him. We will get to him. Trust me.
But what I'm saying is
boys,
depending on how Tuchel progresses in his formations and tactics. I mean, you're going to have Kai Havertz a false nine. But my argument would be if we're going to play Kai Havertz false nine and he's prolific from now to the end of the season, and let's say we do go and win a Champions League and we deliver, why the fuck do we need Haaland, man? We can go and spend 120 million, get Marquinhos, and have a backbone for the next 10 years.
Oh my god!
No, absolutely. We're gonna come to Thomas now. What we'll do is we'll discuss all the attackers and then we'll have.
We will do. Let's stick to Tammy for now.
Let's
Thomas.
stick to Tammy for now. Thomas, what are you saying, bro?
I'm good. I just want to say, like, I don't see Tammy Abraham wanting to sign another contract. I want him to, but I don't think he should leave. I think we should keep him. And I don't think he should leave because obviously Haaland is going to come, hopefully. And I think Giroud's going to leave this season. So I don't think there's a reason Tammy Abraham should leave. I don't want him to leave anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, all right, okay. So you don't want him to leave. Do you think he's good enough for us to going into next season? Then, like, how involved do you think he'll be going into next season?
I don't think he'll be happy to sit on the bench. I think that's his level as of right now, to sit on the bench. To be honest.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Big up to Monster as well, who says no one wants to. There we go. No one wants to hear a shatty Liverpool fan's opinion on Chelsea. That one. So that's to you, Ram. Ram will be coming at one point to question Johnny. So please make sure you stay tuned for that as well, because Johnny and Ram will be having it out.
Can I just say something?
Go on.
Even if we don't get Haaland, I still don't want Tammy here.
Why, Andrew? Why, bruv? Tell me why, bruv.
I just think, Johnny,
No, let Andrew speak, guys.
I know he scored 19 goals last season and everything. That was great, yeah. I just think us, Johnny, we're a big club, okay? It's always been during Roman Abramovich's era, it's always been a problem, right? There's only been really for me 3 successful strikers in the Roman era, right? It's been Drogba, Anelka, and Costa. Okay, those have been the only 3 successes, right? It's been an area we've been struggling in. I just don't think Tammy. If I was spearing an attack, Tammy's the last name at this moment in time I put up there to attack. If I'm starting a Champions League final, and Tammy's my only option, and I've got Tammy or Kai Havertz, I'm starting Kai Havertz in front in Champions League final. I'm not starting Tammy Abraham.
Yeah. Andrew, you know in the group stages to get where we were. To get where we were, Tammy was very, very instrumental. As was Giroud, but Tammy was very instrumental as well.
But Johnny,
so
anyone could do Tammy's job. Like,
no. But I'm asking you now. All right, I'm asking you. How old is Tammy now? Is he
24?
24. 25. Name me 24-year-old strikers in the Premiership right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Ollie Watkins. How old is
Ollie Watkins is clear of him, man.
Lewin.
Ollie Watkins. What has Ollie Watkins done, bro? He plays for Villa.
No, Johnny. You said Johnny. You
told me.
Johnny,
But Johnny, can I ask you a serious
I'm
question?
asking a good point here because Tammy Abraham, there's not many players of that age that have played at a level that Tammy's played at, and he's only going to get better.
Because he scored 15
I don't think he is, Johnny. I
think he will. I think he will, Andrew.
Can I just ask a question?
I respect that.
I need to ask a question.
It's whether Chelsea give him the time as well.
We don't do that, Johnny.
But Tuchel's managing the squad quite well, so.
But he's on an 18-month contract, Tuchel. He hasn't got time to give Tammy time.
Tuchel, if he goes and wins an FA Cup and gets us top 4, he's in the job for another season. Is he not?
That's right. But yeah, you're right.
Right, I need to ask a question before we move on. Who the fuck is Ollie Watkins? Who is that guy?
No. Wait a minute. I'm not saying.
He's better than Anthony Martial. He's better than Anthony Martial.
Too many crap players.
He's better than Martial.
Johnny literally asked.
Watkins. The only thing Watkins is good at, bruv, is holding up the ball. That's it. There's nothing else he's good at.
No one's saying Watkins is that good.
Yeah, but a striker, what, you want a striker that just holds the ball up and does
Watkins over Martial. Watkins over Martial. Watkins over Martial.
Oh my God. Martial has proven in the past that he's got minerals.
What?
He's just
Epic
he's
Min,
not
get
he's
a
got
life,
no
bro.
he's got no confidence and no run of game time.
Yeah, put
Really,
that up. What was that?
really.
Yeah, look, look. The Tammy one's always going to be tricky.
Monster,
because
kiss the badge,
you've
bro.
got-
Kiss the badge, bro.
You've got it going. You've got some people that think he's not good enough, which is probably the majority of Chelsea fans, and you've got the individual Chelsea fans like Johnny who think he deserves to still be a part of the team and sees him in our plans moving forward. I do think as a club we do need to have more than. I think you need to have 3 strikers. So if Tammy's going to stay, then he has for me he has to be our 3rd striker, which means you have 2 strikers that are better than Tammy Abraham in your squad. So if you're playing FA Cups, 3rd rounds, whatever, Carabao Cups, League Cups, throw him in. If they
Last
get
game
injured,
of the Champions League,
fine, he gets his chance. He has to play. He's a part of the squad. I'm not going to say don't play.
Oh wow!
But
Did he just say Sam Code said Ollie Watkins is 25? 25, so he's 2 years older than Tammy.
Yeah, but Johnny, I didn't say Ollie Watkins is that great. You just said name players around Tammy's age, and I named Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, and you're naming me Ollie Watkins, and that proves.
I got
my
you,
point
striker,
that-
guys.
Yeah, that's
go
fine.
on, go on, Chris.
Who I do rate, and he's a very young potential striker, is Mason Greenwood.
He's not a striker, man.
Very talented.
He's a winger.
Very
man.
talented.
He's a winger.
He's a naturally striker. Have you seen him finish?
He's a winger.
No, he's not good out wide.
He's a striker.
I tell you what, right? I tell you what. Greenwood is very Van Persie-esque. I'll give him that. All right, but he's still predominantly played when he plays. He's on the right.
That's not his fault though. That's
but right now we're judging on a striker. So if he's not played as a striker position, he's not in the Tammy bracket.
Yeah,
he's in the Odoi bracket. He's in the Odoi bracket.
Need to move on to the next player. Jem, who's the next player, bro?
Jimmy's the loser. We all know that. Yeah, go away, Andrew.
Oh my god! Everyone's on account now.
You are
Bring it on, you little bitch. Bring it on, you little bitch. Come on. Bring it on.
I haven't even got my.
Listen, guys, before we move on, we need to refresh the.
I've been called worse by better. Come on.
Huncho and Thomas, thank you very, very much for coming in, guys. We appreciate your support.
Jokes, bruv.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, talk to you in a bit.
Take care. Yeah.
Jim, that waved guy, man.
Ram, come on and talk some smack, bro. Come on.
Yeah, put the link in the stream for me, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that now. I'll do that now, my bro.
Get that bin dipper on, man. Get that bin dipper on, man.
Jem, can I ask you a question quickly? Yeah. Would you take Benzema? He's got 1 year left in his deal. Would you take him? He's 30 years old, is he?
No.
Would you take him?
I can answer that.
Sorry, who are you talking to? I didn't hear that.
You, Jem. I said, would you take Benzema?
Benzema.
No.
Do you know what? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'd take him as well.
No, if you're asking if I take a striker, you take Aguero, mate. Aguero.
I mean, yeah, Aguero.
I take Aguero as well. I don't care how injury prone he is. I'll take Aguero too.
Will. I'm sorry, you're talking nonsense now. How are you going to bring more old men to facilitate in your fucking club?
Experienced winners that's still at a good level.
Ads, he's saying
you need long-term players, Will. You need long-term players.
Yeah, but Ads, he's saying if Tammy goes and Giroud goes and you got Werner and Haaland, Aguero would be a great little.
Not even Haaland.
Boys, we don't know if he's going to leave or not. We don't know.
Aguero could be on a free. I'm just putting ideas out there that aren't Erling Haaland. I'm just putting ideas.
Guys. Look, Ram's here. Obviously, Ram's come because Johnny's called him out. I want to know what Ram's got to say.
Yeah, what's his issue, man?
Yeah, we're trying to parcel in the back and just let them go at it.
I can't take someone seriously when he said that Billy Gilmore is going to be the next coming of Xavi Hernandez. So that's a disrespectful.
If you don't know ball, bruv, I can't tell you that, bro. Billy Gilmore is gravy, mate.
Hang on.
Billy Gilmore done your club with Fabinho, bruv. Fabinho was on crutches with Billy Gilmore, bruv. He was on crutches, mate. He was left for dead.
To one of the greatest midfielders of all time.
Behave yourself. You better behave yourself. I cannot believe the chest that you have to come onto the stream to talk about our midfielders. When look at the state of the squad, bro. Look at the state of your squad.
Yeah. And also, don't forget the fact you don't forget the fact that you can't Thiago Silva is overrated.
Lambs, you're gonna, bruv. You better go back in your little trench, bruv, because Liverpool ain't winning a title for another 30 years, son. Klopp's going to
Oh,
go.
really? Right,
You're going to
okay,
fall
okay,
apart,
FA
mate.
Cup tie.
Cool.
So be quiet, yeah. And this is your Premier League winning side.
He's not
And
doing this time.
Teenager destroyed your midfield, yeah. Rams.
Oh yeah.
Cup
And you
tie.
have the audacity to say
Cup tie.
Chavi, bro.
This is your
Do you know
Premier
who Chavi
This
is?
is your
Do you know who?
Premier League winning
Nah. Keep
You're
talking.
so
Keep
poor
talking.
mentality,
Keep talking.
yeah.
Keep
You're
talking.
so
Go on.
so
Go on. Come on.
greatest squad ever, yeah. This 18-year-old boy, yeah, destroyed your midfield in the FA
Oh,
Cup.
our second choice team.
Absolutely,
Our second
man of the
choice
match.
team. Well done.
Man of the match,
Well done.
Billy
Well done.
Gilmore.
If you're playing, no, Lambs. Let me make it clear.
Behave
With our
yourself.
second choice team,
Yes,
team,
Jerry.
Nico Williams. Yeah,
Van,
what
wait a minute.
great guy.
Bruv, second choice team. Don't give me a break, mate.
What
You
Give me a
paid Van
break.
Dijk for
Yeah,
Bino.
great
You
Xavi
paid Van
Hernandez
Dijk for
player.
Bino.
Wow,
Mane.
that's
Curtis
great. That is
Jones is the
incredible.
shittest youngster.
You had
What a player.
Mane in the
What a
team,
player.
bruv.
Guys,
You
let
had
Ram
Salah
talk.
in the
Let Ram
team,
talk.
bruv.
Guys.
Yeah.
Let's let Ram let's let Ram respond. Yeah, come on, Ram.
Let him
What do you want to say?
Right. One thing was the first thing I was going to say. Yeah, I was going to say if you're gonna improve yourselves, Tammy Abraham is not the guy. If you want to improve yourselves as a club, you need to
Or
get
should
a
we get
better
a
player than
Rigi?
Tammy
Should
Abraham.
we get a
And
Rigi, bruv?
Wait, if you spend 20 mil for a Rigi, I will happily let you guys have him.
I would never take a Rigi, even if you offered him as a free, mate. I wouldn't even
At least
take him, bruv.
at least-
I wouldn't
at
even
least
have him on the bench.
he's-
I would
he
have him
scored more
training
clutch
with the
goals than
first squad,
Tammy
bruv.
Abraham,
I'd send
bro.
him to
He
the
scored
under
more-
21s,
he scored-
bruv.
He scored more clutch goals than Tammy
Yeah,
Abraham.
what time is?
Push your
Let
gun.
me
Don't
ask
even
you a
push
question though. Let me ask you a question though, Ram. Wasn't it Origi who actually pretty much won you the Barcelona game?
No, the Spurs game, but yeah.
No, the Barcelona game. Was he not a key part of that game?
What's your point? He was. Yeah. What's
He
your point?
was a key part of that game.
Yes, no.
He was. What's your point?
So how is he that bad? If he is that
I never
bad,
said he was that. I said if you're gonna take him for
don't
20
raise your
mil.
voice. Don't raise your voice.
No.
Lads,
What's
let
the
him talk, let him
point? What's
talk,
the
lads.
point?
Lads, let him
It's like,
talk, let him talk.
what's your point? I don't get what your point is.
Because right. So what is he bad or not? Because you're saying, oh yeah, oh he got more goals than Tammy Abraham, but
I
what
said
is your-
more clutch goals. Like if you're gonna
Yeah, but-
disrespect
yeah, but
Origi,
what-
don't try it because he scored more clutch goals than your beloved Tammy Abraham. That's what I'm saying.
So you think Origi's better?
I never said Origi was better. I think they're on the same playing field, but he's more effective.
Yeah,
He's more effective for
Rams.
Liverpool than Tammy
What's
Abraham.
your? Obviously, it's very clear that I agree with you to a degree. I don't think Tammy's good enough for Chelsea. in my eyes.
They need Liverpool need Tammy.
I don't think
Liverpool
he
need
can
Tammy.
be.
Wait, respect.
Tammy's the
Let him
championship.
speak. Jem, go on.
But who do you think? I mean, do you not think Chelsea could at least keep him as like a third striker, Rams, and just maybe get two that
Thing
are
is,
better
right,
than him, just have him as backup?
If he's that great of a player, right?
Yeah.
For his development, it won't be good for him because he's still developing. He's 23 years old, right? 24, 23.
Yeah.
If he's still developing and he's going to be sitting bench, and if you're going to get Haaland, what's the point of him being there? You might as well get someone like a Benzema who's just a little bit over the hill, but still has that quality
I don't Benzema,
to be a
bruv.
game changer.
Nah.
Wait, put some respect on Benzema, bro.
Benzema's trash,
a player.
bruv. He's playing with world-class players, bruv. Ronaldo, Bales, Modric, Cruz.
Okay,
What do you expect? Of course he's going to bag goals, man. You could put Danny Ings in that team and he'd bag 20, 30 goals.
Wait. This is a disrespect. This is when you know you don't know football. Even when Ronaldo was there, he scored around about 30 or 40 goals a season, bro.
Ronaldo was their best ever player, bruv. For the whole time
And
he was there, man, he was their best player. He scored all the big clutch goals, man.
Bro, you don't even watch Real Madrid. I don't say I watch Real Madrid, but I watch a little bit of them, and I know how integral he is to Real Madrid's system, even when Ronaldo was there. So don't chat nonsense, yeah.
Do you know what, bruv? Do you know what? Yeah. The fact that you're bringing up Benzema to Chelsea Football Club is an insult, bruv. We look at Haaland's, bruv. We look at Didier Drogba's and Diego Costa's, bruv. We don't look at
four-time Champions League winner.
We don't look at pensioners, bruv. We don't need no
four-time
pensioners in our
Champions
squad,
League,
bruv.
Shut up. You say that I don't know football, but obviously you don't know football.
I know my ball, mate. I know my ball. You coming on here and telling me Gilmore is not a good player and that he shouldn't be in the squad. You're crackers, bruv. He run you and Everton, both you Merseysides, done you both like Kippers, man of the match. And he's only 17, 18, bro.
Quote me right. I never said Billy Gilmore was not going to be a good player. I said do not compare him to Xavi Hernandez, which you have done on recent occasions.
He's already been compared to the flipping Iniestas and the Scholes like players, bruv. He's already been compared to that.
What?
Yes, he has.
Tell me who.
Okay.
What do you mean? Tell you who? Ask anyone who watches Billy Gilmore. Ask anyone who watches Billy Gilmore what type of player he is. Yeah, and if you want to go on the skulls level, bruv, Roy Keane has already dropped the bomb, bruv. Yeah, and I'm gonna drop it now, and you ain't gonna say shit to me, bruv, because at the end of the day, he said Mason Mount is a Paul Scholes. Mason Mount's a bit like Paul Scholes. Yeah, I'm telling you now, if you want to dispute that, Rams or whatever the fuck, yeah. If you want to dispute it, yeah, you don't know shit, bro.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that Roy Keane said. Hang on. Let me tell you something that Roy Keane said. He also said that Wayne Rooney and Cristiano Ronaldo was not at the level for Manchester United Football Club.
Roy Keane hardly praises anyone, mate. Hardly praises anyone. He's the most cutthroat guy, bro. He's the most cutthroat pundit. He doesn't throw praise around like everyone else. He doesn't throw it out there. He's very, very, very tight with who he praises. Very, very rigid. All right. And if you know, for Roy Keane to even mention Paul Scholes' name, mention it to any other player, and he chose Mount, bruv. You have to take note of that.
Can I just stop this for a second because we're going off topic? We need to stay on topic, right? Mount is a part of the attacking team, and we're going to talk about that.
He's definitely fucking in it. That's what I'm telling you,
guys.
Mate.
I want to move
anyone
on
who doesn't, I'm coming for you.
I want to move on. I want to move on to.
Can I just quickly say
Ram finish, and then I'm going to go to Jerry. Go on.
On the Abraham thing, you asked for another like striker / forward who's around his age. Diogo Jota is 1 year older than him.
Okay.
So I think that's the level you guys should be looking at. And obviously we know how good Diogo Jota is for us. So yeah, that should be the level.
Now I hear that, Rams. Jerry's with us. Jerry, we're gonna finish off on the Tammy debate because I want to delve into something else quickly straight after this. What's your thoughts on Tammy Abraham, Jerry?
Oh, this was mad. Like last season, Tammy Abraham was a top goal scorer last season, yeah. And all of a sudden, most of the fan base asking that you'll get rid of him. Like, I'm like, what? Why do you want to sell him when you're one of the best players that go guys top 4? So personally, for me, I'll actually keep him as a squad player, not sell him. So yes, he's a championship player, but I'll keep him and get a proper striker. I'll probably sell Giroud because he's getting at the end of his career.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen. I get what you're saying, my man. I get what you're saying. I think, look, the last thing I'd say about Tammy Abraham is this. Obviously, for me, it's evident that I think we want him to succeed because he's came through our reserves. He was top goal scorer through there. He done very well. He's came into the first team. He hasn't done too much wrong. I don't think he's at the level to be at a Chelsea football club. And if he is, he's not a starter. Do you know what I mean? And that's just my opinion. I know Johnny would disagree with me on that, and he believes that he should be in the squad.
I'm not Jem. I'm not saying he's a starter. Like, look, if you've got Haaland in there, all right, then you got Werner, but Werner and Haaland play together.
Chelsea,
all right? All right, hold on, bruv. Yeah, all right, you've got them. Okay, you're going to get rid of Giroud. Tammy in the mix is a lovely balance. It's a lovely balance, and he to me he's proved enough from last season with the 19 goals that he scored in all competitions that he's got the potential to improve. And at his age, I'm saying to you, there's not many in the Premiership right now that you can say, oh, they're way better than Tammy Abraham. The only player you could bring up to me was flipping Watkins. All right. Who's only really just come on the scene, and he's 24, I've been told.
Would you not agree that it may be worth possibly sending him on loan for half a season or a season, stay at another club to possibly get his confidence up, get him active playing?
Look, Lambs. If Tammy was happy to go on loan, and obviously Chelsea don't want to sell him, then I mean that's a great option for Tammy. Depending on where the loan.
Oh my God! Yeah, Zach Ahmed is back. Zach Ahmed, we've been looking for you all this time, and he's here. Welcome back, Zach Ahmed. He says this Johnny guy is Chelsea. What's he say? T.Y. He's even more delusional than Ty about comparing Gilmore.
Yes, who's delusional than Ty?
He's not delusional with Gilmore.
Ahmed, my guy. My guy.
I mean, Iniesta was winning league titles.
You know why
bro.
you're here, though, bro.
Oh,
You missed the
Iniesta won everything's career, man.
People, I want to move on to the next big topic. Obviously, 50 minutes in. Please smash that like button. There's 40 of you here right now, so please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you're new here as well. And yeah, I will be refreshing the group soon again, so you guys can come in if you're still waiting around and you want to join and have your say. I want to move on to Chelsea's overall attack. Now, we spoke about Tammy. Obviously, a little bit about Timo and Giroud. I believe that we need more wingers. I think three's not enough to go through a season with just Pulisic, Joe, and Ziyech. Ziyech, for me, under Tuchel, looks like he's being played more as a 10. The only real wingers that we have at the moment is limited to two in terms of Cho and Pulisic, who, again, we only get 30-40% of in a full season. What do we do? Well, I want to talk about Pulisic. Let's start with Pulisic. Lambs, I'm going to come to you first. Pulisic, what do we do moving into the summer? We've got a summer coming, obviously, at the end of the season. What would you do? Would you keep Christian Pulisic and add an addition to it, or would you get rid of Christian Pulisic and buy another two wingers to join them?
Okay. First of all, that's very racist. Okay, not all light-skinned people are related to one another.
Wow.
Yeah, Pulisic, in my opinion, needs to go because at the end of the day, he's 22 years old. The amount of strikers, the amount of injuries that he has is unbelievable. And the thing is, we have potential, and he's a great player. He really is. When he's on form, he's fantastic, but he's not consistent enough. So, in my opinion, I think.
She cut out. Lambs, your internet's going.
Oh, what's going on? My internet?
It's fine now.
Your internet's going.
Oh, it's fine
now. Oh, she better now. Okay, cool.
What happens when we talk about players?
Is that an alphabet? Wait, can you guys?
Yeah, you keep cutting. Lambs, come back in. I'm going to jump on to Will. Will, answer that question for me, bro. Same question as I gave to Lambs.
What about Pulisic?
Pulisic, are you a favourite? Do you want him at the club still, even though that he's injury prone, or would you get rid of him and bring in another two odd wingers? What would you do? Tell me. How do we improve Chelsea next season in terms of wingers and attacking as well?
I think we do need another winger option, but if we are going to go out, I think we need one or the other. I think we either need to go and get a player that's better than Pulisic or Ziyech or Hudson-Odoi by far, or we need to get someone who could be not a lot worse, but like a level down, if you get what I mean, who can come in as rotation for him, if you get what I mean. Because if we get another player that's similar level to Pulisic, then we've got even more of a problem. Because we're going to have... Okay, for example, let's say we go and get... Does anyone want to name a young winger, for example? Leon Bailey's Leon Bailey's been a name that's been thrown around, yeah. If we go and get him, we then have a problem of we can't keep all these young wingers.
Pellistri.
No, Pellestri's a level or two or three down, to be fair. So he would be a good rotational player. But yeah, if we brought in a player like Bailey, we'd have to sell either Pulisic or Hudson-Odoi or Bailey because not all of them can play. They're young. Yeah. They're too young. We can't have loads of young wingers unless we go for a player like Sancho, who right now is a level above, or maybe even two above, if you get what I mean. So yeah, there's a few players at the club which I'd keep at this moment in time for no matter what money comes in, and for me that's Pulisic, Mount, Havertz, James, and Hudson-Odoi. I wouldn't sell any of them for any money right at this moment.
Okay. I know this. Actually, I don't know if we're all on the same wavelength here. I mean, Winter Surfer, Pulisic, staying or going for you? What would you do? Tell me.
I think he's too injury prone, so I put him in a deal to try to get Sancho in, and then I also go and sign Pedro Neto for Wolves.
Wow.
That's what I was going to say before my internet.
Pulisic gets injured coming out the shower, putting his towel on. Now, you know what I mean? Old school fans won't, you guys probably won't know this, but old school fans will. There was a Tottenham player called Darren Anderton.
Yeah,
and he was
I
always
know.
called.
Yeah.
You know what his nickname was? It was called
Man
Sick
like
Note. It's
Anderton.
called Six Note. Yeah. It's called
Darren
Sick Note.
Anderson, people.
This
Oh
is
my god!
Darren
this is
Anderson.
our version of
Darren
Darren
Anderton.
Anderton. Sick Note. Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I
Exactly. That's why I said you won't get it.
I
Will.
can confidently say that
Big
Christian
up, Andrew.
Pulisic
That was a
has
little
double
Andrew
the
bomb.
talent
That
that
was
I'm
brilliant.
not
That
saying they're the same
Barry
talent. I'm
football
saying
is.
the condition is the same. And then you
Yeah.
earlier want to bring in Aguero, who's suffering injury. So I know why you want to do that because Pulisic will have some company in the injury room. That's why. That's why you want to do that. Pulisic, Pulisic is done for me. Pulisic is done. I either sell him, I put him in the deal for Sancho, send him back to Dortmund. But I definitely get Sancho, and you know what? I get Pedro Neto. Or
Jesus God.
let's do this. I go to Arsenal. I get Saka.
Saka. Oh,
We could get Saka. We could
you
get
try and rob
Saka
Arsenal
and
with the stuff, yeah?
I get
That's what
Saka,
you do.
yeah. Arsenal are selling club. They sell. We get Saka. Yeah.
I hear that.
If anyone on this stream says Armand Traore, I will question you for life.
That's the guy I was going to say we should bring in.
No. Unless we're starting a rugby team or an NFL team, fine. He can play, but not as a footballer.
If we signed Chiesa, from Juventus, I'd be Chiesa out before he even signs. I'll tell you.
I think you guys should get. I have a shout.
Chiesa's good, man. Chiesa's good.
I think you guys should get.
He's overrated, Ram.
I
I've
think-
seen
I
him
think
at
you-
Fiorentina. He was shit.
Bro, Fiorentina's team is not that good, bro. He was the only shining light of that team.
Can I just say one thing? Before you move on? Personally, for me, I'm not a Chelsea fan, so I don't really give a shit about Pulisic. But if you guys
He's had
do
one
want
Ram. He's been good for about
Will,
10
one
games.
second. Will, 1 second. Will, 1 second. If you do want to keep Pulisic, personally, I wouldn't. But if you do want to keep him and Hudson-Odoi in the same team and get another winger, I'd actually take Traore from Aston Villa because he's actually not a bad winger.
He used to be our player. He used to be our player.
Yeah.
That's why we got a transfer. He's one of the reasons.
The amount of players that we've let go.
Ads. He's one of the reasons we got a transfer ban.
Yeah, it was. He's transferred to Lyon.
Farder, what are you saying, my bro? Pulisic in, Pulisic out. How do we get this Chelsea team ticking?
Mhm.
Give me the answer. What do we do?
Sadly, I think Pulisic has been underperforming this season, partly because of the injuries. And I'm still clueless. Like, how are we gonna fit that Pulisic in that front three? Because if you look at the game, especially against Atletico, you got the front three of Kai Havertz and Werner and Ziyech. They both gelling really well, and I just can't see like where is he going though. Honestly.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I hear you. What you're saying. So, what would you do this summer? Who would you bring in?
I feel a certain type of way. I need to cut in. I feel a certain type of way about this comment. I don't think Iron Robin was as injured as Pulisic. And let's face it, Iron Robin was of a little bit of an advanced age.
But Lambs, he did get injured, and when he came back, he wasn't the same, and that's why he left Chelsea originally. Because before that injury, he was electrifying. The guy was one of the most direct.
What he did at Bayern as well.
Yeah, he was direct.
He did get his fair share of injuries at Bayern Munich.
He's a little bit older. Like, you can't really compare.
To be fair,
Iron Robin to Christian Pulisic because they were when the injury.
Christian Pulisic is what, 21, 22, and he's had 20 odd
22.
That's not good enough. That's worrying.
I wouldn't, as much as I'm a Pulisic lover, and I think he's going to be a top player, I wouldn't compare him to Arjen Robben because Arjen Robben went on to have such a world-class career. I think it's a little bit unfair to compare.
And Robin didn't have 20 injuries when he was 20.
That's fine, Andy. That's fine. But I'm trying to be objective at the same time, if you get what I mean. I wouldn't compare him to Robin. There's no point.
No. Yeah, I hear that. Real Chris, what you saying, my man? Pulisic in, out? What'd you do, my man?
I really like Pulisic because we all agree he's a very talented winger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do agree with Andrew. He is very, very he's just too injury prone. So I think maybe we have to get rid of him and get like a Pedro Neto in, or like a Sancho because they're not injury prone, are they?
Has anyone fancy Rafinha though?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Rafinha. How much is Rafinha at the moment?
Neto's
He would be a good 60, 70 mil.
Yeah.
On Gem on FIFA, he's worth 50 to 65 at the moment. I inquired earlier today.
How old is he?
25, isn't he? No, he's 25.
He would suit this Chelsea's team though, under
Rafinha's not
Tuchel, wouldn't he?
25.
Let's be serious. It would definitely would suit the way we play football. I would
Rafinha's
say.
22, isn't he?
24.
Yeah.
24.
No, 24. He's 24. He just turned 24 3 months
Yeah.
ago. He turned
That's
24.
perfect. That's
We
great.
could do this, people. We could do what Zach Ahmed says: sell Mason Mount. Yeah, we have a lot more money from him to Barcelona.
You're
And then we
asking
can
for
go-
it, Gem.
And then we can go and buy a Sancho or something like that, and we'd all be happy.
I'll get
Take
him up
advice
again.
from a bin dipper. I ain't doing it, bruv. I'm not doing it. Why am I going to listen to a Liverpool fan, man?
Such a softball, Gem.
Ridiculous.
Gem, that's such a softball, man. Come on.
Do you know what I mean?
Johnny,
Do you know how much
Pulisic in or
Klopp would
out?
love Mount? That's how deep it is. So you
Come on,
need to go
Johnny,
down
Johnny,
football, mate.
off Mount.
All right,
Pulisic, in or out?
Pulisic, like all the people saying Pulisic out. What are you smoking, man? Are you on breeze or what?
Do you know
What are
what,
you
Johnny? We've got to have a truce here. We've got to have a truce as Pulisic fans. We've got to have a truce.
Listen, Pulisic for me, on his day, when he's fit, he's unplayable. He's unplayable. There's no one at 22 years old, apart from arguably, I'm talking in the Premiership. In the Premiership, there is no one like him on form. No one. If you're going to put who?
On form
Rashford.
Pulisic is better than on form Rashford. I don't want to hear it. I
I
don't
don't think.
Yeah, he is. Hold on. Can I finish my
Every
point?
time.
Let me finish.
on.
Rashford is he's doing bits of outside football, NBA and all that. Like, he's more focused on that than his football. At the moment.
Wait, put some respect on
I'm not having
Rashford.
this
Bro.
crap,
Come on.
man.
No. Why am I defending Rashford?
Will,
Rashford's talent. I don't want to talk about.
I don't have a
Rashford.
problem with what you're saying, Johnny. But Will, your comment is just scandalous. How are
It's
you
not.
saying?
It's not. He's an all-round better
No,
player. He's a
no.
better passer.
You're
He's
looking at-
No, that's
you're
completely
looking at
wrong.
now.
Shut
That's
up, lad.
completely
Not
wrong.
lad,
Remove him, please.
Rashford,
Please,
shut
remove
up,
him,
lad.
lad.
I don't
Remove
care
him.
what you
I
have
don't
to
want to hear this
say.
guy.
I don't care.
Wait, as they know they're wrong because they keep on saying shut
No,
up.
I know. I don't disagree with Johnny. But like Will, what goes through your head to fucking say that, man?
Because he's a better player. He's a better
He
all-round
even
player.
said,
He's a
no,
better
Ad,
passer.
he even said, no, Ad, he even said,
decision making's better.
And Rashford. We couldn't compare Saka, but then Rashford.
I'd
Cool,
rather
get
have
off,
Saka than
man.
Rashford, yes. I would rather have Saka than Rashford. Rashford is so overrated.
Johnny. Guys.
I like Rashford. I love what he does I love what he does outside of football, but I think he's overrated as a player. I love him. He's overrated.
Boys. Johnny.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do? Obviously, you're Pulisic in. Do you think we've got enough wingers at the moment? Like, what would you do in the summer to improve our attacking impotence going into next season? What would you do?
Look, it's very hard to foresee what Tuchel wants going forward. Whether he wants a player like Haaland. I mean, look, if you go and buy Haaland, that's say 130 million. He's going to want a player like Kessie potentially. I don't know what's that for, another 40 million. Maybe 50 million because it's us going for him. So then you're looking at 200 million. If you want to go and buy another winger, the only winger that I would go all out for would be Sancho, to be honest. I think Sancho, the beauty of Sancho is, he can play on the left, but he's predominantly played on the right, and we need someone on the right who's potent. Because right now, Pulisic and Odoi are best suited on the left, and then Werner, obviously, if he's not central striker, he can go on the left. So we're kind of like, we've got too many players on the left side, and we're very weak on the right, which is why he plays Odoi. And when we've seen Pulisic on the right, it's not as effective. But the thing is with Pulisic, right, he needs to get off his case, man. The guy needs to be eased in. We're in no rush to rush him back. We're playing well. We're winning games. All right, we're winning games. All right, we're doing the business. We're doing the business. It's not like we're dependent on Pulisic. Yeah, We're not dependent on Pulisic at the end of the day, so we can afford to ease him in. And next season we'll see if he's really injury prone next season. I'm sure the club will look to either loan him out because he's worth too much money marketing wise.
Yeah,
but
to
answer your question, another winger would be good
it's
idea.
I think, Johnny, to be honest, mate, I think we need to have at least 4 wingers, throughout a season, easily, a minimum for me. But there's nearly 50 odd. There's 50 of there's 50 of you here right now. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new to GNA TV. We're nearly actually, I keep saying this, but we're actually not far. I know Winter Surfer knows because he's on KH No Filter and they're in the same position as us as well. But we are nearly close to the 1K sub and it's like, it's killing us. Like, it's there. We're getting there. So we just need you to keep smashing that like button.
Jem, didn't you say if you get to 1K
want to address
subs,
that comment anyway.
hang on. Didn't you say when you get to 1K subs, ads reveals his Chelsea tattoo?
Yes, he will. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true.
Okay, cool.
But saying that also,
hit that subscribe button, please.
Yes,
Jem, can you tell
guys.
Monster? Can you tell Monster if you're watching, bruv? I think Shermani's like a Bakayoko, bruv. I think Bakayoko is a bit more of a polished version of Shermani right now, bruv.
Yeah, one second. Let me just finish what I'm saying. 2 seconds, guys. We've also got a giveaway that we'll be doing on the Instagram page. So if you're new, if you don't know where our Instagram page is, it's in the description below. So just click on that. Go over there. We're going to be doing 2 giveaways.
Benefit United and Chelsea fans.
2 giveaways. Once we hit 1K. So if you go and subscribe over there, then you'll see the competition that we'll be releasing.
Prizes are Az's Fred's fan art and Jem's OnlyFans login
page. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
OnlyFans login will also be released at the 1K mark.
I was going to say, I want to address that Liverpool fans.
Go on, real Chris. Go on, mate.
Yeah, talk about Mason Mount. Mason Mount would walk into Liverpool.
Oh, easy.
Well, I was about to go to Rams.
Klopp would love him.
Easy.
Chris, you've got a Liverpool fan here in Rams. Rams.
Yep.
You can answer that comment that Chris just said there. Would Mason Mount walk into your team, just out of interest?
No, he'll probably be rotated because he's still a young player. He's still a young player. You know how Klopp is.
It's true.
How Klopp is.
But he's
right.
How
Klopp is. He's very protective of young players. The only player he really used a lot when he was at Dortmund was both Nuri Sahin and Mario Götze. Other than that, no one else was used at the same capacity. So I don't. You'll be protected a lot, but
Ram, what do you think we need to do in terms of the summer transfer window and Christian Pulisic? Like, if you was a Chelsea fan, would you be happy what you're seeing from him right now? And what would you do to improve our attacking impotence? I know we're playing well at the moment, but obviously I still think there's certain areas that we could improve on and I'd be a lot more stronger in. So you tell me what you think.
Look, everyone knows how good Christian Pulisic is. Like, technically, he's very good. The way he moves on the ball is very elegant, very Hazard-esque. But the problem is, he's like a biscuit. He is easy to break. You know what I mean?
He's right.
And that 22 injuries, and how old is he? 21 or 20?
Yeah.
That is very, very bad. Very bad to have on your CV. The question is whether you're going to get a very good offer from anyone. Because ideally, you'd want around about 40, 50 million pounds on his talent alone. But because of the injuries he had, it would dampen that price there.
Yeah, especially if the injuries are around the same area as well as his body.
Exactly.
You get injured, your muscles always get weaker, no matter how much you recover. You're always susceptible to injuries. That's all. And the important thing Johnny said, he said on his day and when he's not injured. But unfortunately, he's always injured. I will be fair to him. If he starts having a run from the end of the season and we see him improve, fine. I have no problem. Because as a Chelsea fan, I still win. Okay? That's what he plays for my club. But
Winter Surfer, do you want me to... You know the story of Mario Götze?
Yes.
Most talented player ever to play for Germany. Like a lot of Germans say that. The problem is because he had a debilitating
injury,
in his, I think it's internal. I think it's his stomach. He had a very like a deficiency in his stomach or something like that. He couldn't play football at the same level that he did, and that's why every team didn't have a look at him. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing with Christian
But
Pulisic.
Ram, Chelsea, all Chelsea fans on this channel will know this. Michael Essien. Essien, one of the most talented midfielders of his generation, won't go down as one of the greatest players of all time. Why? Because of too many injuries.
But did he
was
get
an
as
amazing
many injuries as Christian Pulisic though?
No, but the problem is, Ram, he still had injuries. He had devastating injuries. And I'm worried. Pulisic is getting these niggling injuries. I fear it's going to lead up to a massive one. And you know what? The only reason we saw him play well last year was because of COVID. Yeah. If it was a normal season, he was out from January or something. He would have missed the rest of the season. So he's lucky he got that time to recover.
I agree.
I agree.
I definitely agree with that as well.
Andrew, what I'd say is, look, we spent what 52 million on him.
58, I think, wasn't it? 58, something like that.
Within that region. But what I'm saying is, they've made untold amounts from what they paid for.
They wouldn't lose anything.
So arguably, for me, it's worth the risk to keep him. And if he does have that destroying, end your career injury, it's not the end of the world, because it's not like we've gone and spent 150 million on the bloody guy. It's
I agree.
Million.
I agree, Johnny. It's just, you know what I mean? We can't afford. Like I said, we need to go now. Do you know what I mean? I want a fully fit squad. I want to go.
Andrew, I get where you're coming from, yeah. And I'm not writing off your point completely, yeah. But I feel like Pulisic
just 80% of it.
I don't think Pulisic just was good at post lockdown. I think he was there was a run of games between.
He's unbelievable.
Don't disagree. Don't disagree.
Better than Rashford. Yeah.
Guys, let's let Jerry talk. Jerry, if you was a Chelsea fan right now, what would you change, and would you keep Christian Pulisic at the team, mate?
If I was a Chelsea manager, I don't want any injured players in my squad. So what I'll do, if he keeps getting injured down to the end of the season, what I'll do, I'll sell him and bring in two quality wingers, because we need 4 wingers. Cho, Ziyech, and the other 2 would be Jack Grealish and Jadon Sancho. Then we go for a title.
I love Grealish, to be fair. If we got Grealish, I would not complain.
I'm not paying 100 million for him. I'd rather have Sancho all day long.
I would be okay with both of those signings, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Jerry's right. They would definitely improve our team. Definitely.
Yeah. The only way we go for Grealish is if we work Ross Barkley into a deal.
Yeah,
that's the only way that happens. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Get rid of Barkley, man. He's got the number 8 shirt.
Give him Loftus-Cheek as well. Give them
Loftus-Cheek. I need to quickly refresh the group because there's people still trying to get in. Jerry, Father, Real Chris, thank you guys. Appreciate it very, 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 very much as always, guys. We'd love to take it again.
I'm glad you kept
Thank you.
Cool, my man. See you in a bit.
I appreciate it. See you later, guys.
I'm glad you've kept well, because he needs section in what he said.
Right.
Wait,
guys,
Lambs, I need to apologise. I accidentally said your name when I was telling Rams to shut up. I apologise.
Links in the chat. These are already here already. Velvish One's come to question Johnny, because apparently, before I bring Velvish One in, Velvish One, who's a Liverpool fan, has said Mason Mount is shit. So, welcome to Velvish One.
Might have put myself on mute.
How you doing, my man?
Just put myself on mute and make a cup of tea.
Big up Yan in the chat, by the way.
Big up to Yan.
Happy birthday, Velvishwan. Happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Happy birthday. It's your birthday.
Velvishwan.
Happy birthday is the only good thing you're getting out of me, bro. If you're coming in to sign the Mason Mount.
Here's the thing, I'm not saying Mason Mount Mason Mount is a good player, but the way you, especially you, Johnny, you overhype this guy. Like, I don't understand.
Wait, guys, before this goes on into a Mason Mount debate, we should just keep it to the attackers, surely. Just keep it to the attackers. Please.
Are you ready? Because you won't win with me, so it's up to you if you
want
to waste
Prepare for the 4-hour debate. Prepare for the 4-hour debate.
Here's the thing, Johnny. I don't even need to discuss with you. I could just.
This will be longer than the Snyder Cut. This will be longer than the Snyder Cut.
That's it, man. Checkers, please. Can we just go to Werner next?
Yeah.
I want to finish him. Let's finish him.
Let's let Velvishwan go on to Mason Mount, and then we'll go into Werner. Go on, Velvishwan. Let's go. Go on. Let's go.
Here's the thing with Mason Mount. I know he's a good player, but like, what does he actually do? Like, that is special on the pitch? Like, what does he do special when compared?
He takes a piss out of Liverpool. That's what he does.
Before you go on Mason Mount, what does Thiago do on the pitch?
Yeah, I said Thiago's a flop. So
what does Fabinho and all your players that are been so shit this year do, bruv? You've waited 30 years for a trophy, and you're coming at me with Mason. You come at me with Mason Mount. Mason Mount, you don't watch Mason Mount enough to even come and question me, bruv.
I do watch Mason Mount. You don't watch Chelsea like I watch Chelsea. That's what I see.
Listen, which one talk, Johnny? Go on.
The only thing I see from Mason Mount is crossing. The only thing I see from Mason Mount is crossing balls to nowhere. It goes to the opposition. Like,
crossing
what does
balls.
he do?
He's got a system crossing. What do you want?
Okay. Yeah, what's his assist number? It's 3. Even Curtis Jones has more than that.
Do you know how many assists he's been robbed of this season? Do you know how many assists he's been robbed of?
Yeah, how many then? How many?
Quite a lot, mate. He'd have probably 15 assists.
I want a specific number.
Yeah, he'd probably have between 12 and 15 assists.
12.
Yeah.
12.
That's bullshit, man.
Yeah, why is that bullshit? Go and watch the games and see how many he's put on a plate. He put 2 in the Everton game. The Leeds game.
That's just a work.
That's
he's just working in midfield.
Bruv,
That's
he
what
does. He is the engine. He is the blood of Chelsea football club.
He's the blood of Chelsea
Football team, bruv.
I'm telling
He
you,
would
I'm
walk
telling you right now.
he would walk into any top 6 side, bruv. And you coming in here, everyone in the game rates Mason Mount, and I'm gonna listen to what you're 20 years old, you come on here and you support Liverpool, that you're gonna tell me that Mason Mount's a shit player.
Oh, Mason Mount's Paul Scholes level. Oh, I'm scared.
He's not on Paul Scholes level.
Roy Keane said he's a bit like Paul Scholes. He said it, not me. That's his
In all fairness, Johnny. Right, I'm gonna break it down before we move on to Werner, because this is going on for too long now. Right, we'll have the Mason Mount debate later. What I'm gonna say is, to defend both of you, I hear where Velv is coming from, but when you say when he where do all his crosses go to, it's usually because it does get to the players, but the players just waste it. Like we all talk about Werner missing sitters, that is the reason why his balls really don't evaluate onto anything. And Johnny, I don't care if Roy Keane has said he is compared or even brought Mason Mount and Paul Scholes into the same conversation, because any pundit can do that. We just need to see what happens.
But as you don't understand, bruv. Roy Keane very rarely praises any player.
What? Johnny, do you know what I'm going to do for you? Do you know what I'm going to do for you, right? We will, on this show, one Saturday, do a Mason Mount debate show. All right, we will talk for an hour and a half on Mason Mount. Yeah,
hour and a half.
On the street.
Make sure everyone puts their helmets on their heads and they have shields like Winter Surfer has, Captain America style.
I'll tell you right now, they ain't going far in the Euros.
Longer than the Snyder Cut. It'll be longer than the Snyder Cut. That's what it's going to be.
Wouldn't it be better if we do it at the end of the season? I say, would it be better?
You at the end of the season, we've already done one. That was our first.
I'm not gonna lie. At the end of the season.
Are we still going over the same? Are we still going over the same conversation? Like, come on, man.
Charlotte, don't cry.
So basically, what's happened is hold on. I've just been watching the France-Wales game. Obviously, I live in Wales and I'm English, so I support England. So I've been screaming for France. And obviously France just got a last-minute try, and this is what's happened. So when I'm shouting, this is me shouting.
I love it, Charlotte. I love it.
I'm not even playing. Like, I actually don't think I'm going to have a voice tomorrow.
In Johnny's case, that's a good thing. So, don't worry about that.
I know the draw was good, but I wouldn't be that sad about it.
Okay.
Right, Charlotte, I want to ask you a question before we go on to Werner. I want you to answer this question.
Okay.
Christian Pulisic. You can keep it short and sweet because I know you can't speak properly. Christian Pulisic. What would you do with him going into next season? Would you keep him? Would you sell him? What would you do? Like,
I think the problem is, if he doesn't turn up for the rest of the season, this is literally just turning into a joke. No one can take me seriously. I sound like a fucking troll in the Trolls movie. Someone just fucking sign me up now. I actually can't. No, I think the problem is that if Christian Pulisic doesn't turn up in this season, then I'm questioning him a lot, and I don't know if he has. If he doesn't turn up, I don't think he has a starting 11 place. For fuck's sake, I can't even. I'm not even.
Charlotte, get some cough mints in you, man. Blimey, no, you got any cough sweets?
Hold on, I'm just gonna have some alcohol.
Yeah, get some alcohol in you. That's it. Get that vodka in it.
Okay, so the problem is that if he doesn't turn up for the rest of the season, does he next season have a starting 11 place? No. Does he have a starting 11 place right now? No. So he's had 5 injuries at Chelsea. I'm not basing it on the fact that he can perform shit. I'm not basing it on his talent. I'm basing it on his injury. Like, he hasn't turned up. So until he turns up, I can't do anything. Like, I can't base it on anything. And until he actually decides to show me this season why he deserves a starting 11 place next season, why should I give him a chance and why should he deserve a starting 11 place if he's not going to turn up? Until you earn your starting 11 place, there's no place for you in the starting 11.
Yeah, I hear that. Obviously, Johnny would disagree, and a lot of others, but we're not going to get into that one. I want to move on to Timo Werner.
Yeah, I would 100%.
I want to move on to Timo Werner. Obviously, he's had quite a tough first season at Chelsea. Has he contributed to the team? I think he has. All right, he hasn't scored as many goals. I don't think he scored as many goals, and we can all agree on that one. I want to start with Will on this one. Will, do Chelsea need to find a number one striker? And if they do, does that put Timo Werner second? Or do you think Timo Werner can somehow play off the main striker? What would you do with Timo Werner?
Well, it all depends on the profile of player you want to go for. If you want to get the best out of Timo Werner and have him start in your team, you go and get someone like Dominic Calvert-Lewin that he can play off of. If you want to go and get the best... Wait, no, Johnny, wait.
Oh, my God.
I'm not saying I want that.
Calvert-Lewin.
I'm going to get another drink.
Please, no. If you want to get an out-and-out goal scorer like Haaland, which I would much rather prefer than Calvert-Lewin, don't get me wrong, then you get the best out of Haaland instead of trying to squish them both in the same team when it won't work. I think Werner's good against certain opposition. He is. So I'd keep him as a backup player and play him in the games which suit him. That's what I'd do anyway. I wouldn't sell him. I think it's way too early to sell him.
What,
yeah,
Werner?
no, I agree. I agree.
No, I
one
think it's
second,
too early.
Johnny, one second.
You don't sell
Johnny,
Werner.
one second.
Don't be-
Johnny, one
yeah,
second, bro.
crazy. No.
Johnny, 1 second, mate. Velv, give me your thoughts on Werner. Do you think he's underperformed? Do you think he's performed just right, or do you think due to his performances, do you think he should stay at Chelsea or not?
Banter aside, I feel like Lampard didn't use Werner to his strengths. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I wanted Werner at Liverpool. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those I didn't want Werner.
Well done for being honest. Well done for being honest, mate.
Yeah, so it's difficult for Werner because he even came out and said that it's difficult in the Premier League because they don't give you enough space. Yeah, he may be shit this season, but I won't be surprised if he performs next season because he's a good player, Werner.
Haaland shouldn't be coming to Chelsea. I'm sorry, I sound like shit, but I'm still stating facts. Haaland shouldn't be coming to Chelsea.
Charlotte, I just said as an example. I don't think we're going to
No. I'm not bashing you, Will. I have respect for you, Will. My point is that Haaland doesn't fit into our squad. I believe Werner. I mean, if I'm getting bashed for my Pulisic hate, and we want to turn this around on Werner has only had one season, and you want to come at me. Werner has one season, and you all want to come at me. Let me tell you something now. One season. Give him another chance. Give him another chance. Give him another season. See what happens now. See what happens now. See what happens now. Let me tell you, Haaland, we would ruin him.
I knew the voice wasn't that bad. I knew it.
Prime is right on one thing. On one thing only, is that Harry Kane is better for us than Haaland. Not on talent.
Oh my God.
No. Not on talent. Not on talent.
No, Kane is better than
Hold on, let me finish.
You're talking about
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let Charlotte finish.
Firstly, Harry Kane is already adapted to the Premier League, so he will be good. See, even my dog is agreeing with me.
He's having a
Johnny,
go at you.
Pat down for a second. Secondly, Harry Kane is already adapted to the Premier League. He's talented. He'll be able to win us a trophy, and he will compete with Werner, which gives competition for Werner. Haaland has to settle in to the Premier League, get used to the style of the Premier League before he comes in. So that's a season wasted. We need competition for Werner. No, I'm not done. I'm not done yet. Hold on. Pipe down. I'm not done. Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something now. Haaland has to adapt next season. Kane doesn't. Kane doesn't.
The Bundesliga is crap.
Yes, he does. Everyone said. No. Hold on. Everyone said at the beginning of the season, including me, that Haaland, that Werner, that Havertz, that Ziyech would all settle in together. They haven't. They need time. So we're not going to give Werner time. What is the point? Let me tell you something now, Johnny. You are wrong.
Why am I wrong?
You're wrong. Game over. Mic drop. Done. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. Kane is better for us. Kane is better for us than Haaland.
He's the most.
It's not a fact. It's not a fact.
It's not a fact.
Okay.
It's not a fact.
Yes, it fucking is.
saying that,
Unless
Will.
you're a
You're not
moron,
listening.
Johnny,
If you let
which
me-
you
if you-
are, but
If
okay.
you let me reply, so
I mean,
screaming in
your
my ear.
reply, your
Charlotte, let
reply
him talk.
isn't.
Charlotte, let him
Your
talk. Let him
reply
talk.
isn't really
Charlotte, let him
interesting
speak.
to me.
Charlotte,
It's quite boring.
Let him have his go on,
Go on,
Johnny.
Johnny. Go on.
Right, I didn't even know
Go on,
this was all aimed at me. Fucking hell. All right. Okay. So, right. You're telling me Kane is a better fit than Haaland. Kane is the most injury-prone striker in the Premiership. We probably wouldn't have him for about half the season, okay? And he's a bottle job. He's won fuck all.
He's not
He's won
delusional.
fuck all, all right? Hold on, Charlotte. I've let you scream in my ear like for the last 10 minutes. All right? Kane, and then the main
I
fact
wasn't
is
screaming
Roman,
in your ear. I was screaming at everybody. Just to clarify that, if I was aimed at you, I tell you, you know about it.
Let him go.
Charlotte.
So near the like Roman will never ever do business ever with Spurs. So to bring Kane into the conversation is pointless because we would never go and buy him. And for Haaland's come from the Norwegian league. He's gone into Dortmund and he's bagged 40 goals or whatever.
That's
ridiculous. Halfway through
Austrian.
the season.
He came for the Austrian league.
Austrian league, and he's gone, and then halfway through he's gone to Dortmund and he scored almost 40 goals, bruv. Like the guy doesn't need to adjust, mate. He's just an absolute warrior machine, a world-class top player.
Could I answer that?
He will come to Chelsea. He will come to Chelsea Football Club, and if you say to me that that we don't need Haaland, that we don't want Haaland, Haaland gets into any top world team, any team. So that's just not.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Can I reply to that?
Don't shout though, yeah. Just use your voice.
Okay, I'm not shouting. Firstly, I agree. Haaland gets into any team. I'm not stating that. I've never stated that. Every team wants Haaland, and any team that says they don't want Haaland is stupid. However, do I think logically Haaland Now, whether anyone agrees with me or not, this is fact.
Okay.
Every person from the Bundesliga has to adapt to the Premier League. There's a difference in style of play. You have to adapt. You have to adapt. Now, if you can't accept that, that's cool. But Harry Kane doesn't actually have to adapt to the Premier League. He is competition for Werner. As far as I'm concerned, we bought Werner. No, hold on.
Completely different
Hold on.
strikers.
Can I just finish? Can I just finish? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying Haaland's not good at what he does. He's fucking amazing. Watch him in the Bundesliga against Dortmund. Watch him. He's incredible. However, he has to come to England and adapt, just like Ziyech did, just like Pulisic did, just like Werner did. And anyone telling me otherwise, just because you say, oh, Haaland's better than all them, he doesn't have to adapt. He does. He does have to adapt. So and I'm telling you this now, every player that comes from a different league has to adapt. That's not me being stupid. That's a fact. Every player has to adapt to a different league because they play differently.
Yeah, but Charlotte, I'm saying
hold on.
Can I say something?
Just to clarify something,
It's true.
I'm not saying Haaland is shit. What I'm saying is Kane is the better style for Werner. We've paid for Werner. We have paid for Werner. So why aren't we giving him Kane? And it doesn't even have to be Kane, but someone from the Premier League who competes with him, who actually pushes him. Because you say Kane has these injuries and that's because he's not well man-managed. Tuchel man-manages extremely well. He does. So if he actually has to be man-managed well, Tuchel's best because Tuchel man-manages. So if he's not going to be played every game, and the reason he has injuries every time at the same time every year is because him and Son are holding Spurs down because no one else is fighting for them but Son and Kane at the minute. So, yes, I believe that Harry Kane can be suited to Chelsea because he would be A, well man-managed, and he B, wouldn't be playing every single day.
2 seconds. Winter Server's got to go. Winter Server, make sure you send me a link as well. I'll see you in a bit, bro. Very soon.
guys.
Will's got to go as well. Will, I'll see you in a bit.
I'll see you in a bit, guys.
Andrew,
Once
take care.
Once you finish this, come watch us on KH, okay?
Yeah,
take care,
after, guys.
Jen, can I say something about? Wait, Jen, can I say something about Haaland?
Go on, Velshwan. He wanted to just quickly say something about Haaland, so go on, Velshwan. Go on.
With Haaland, let me ask you this: what's the similarities between Haaland and Werner?
There is.
There are none.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
Those two make some excellent runs in behind the defense. Like if you see Haaland, his movement is world class. Yeah, there is. And the problem with Chelsea is when Werner makes those runs in behind, no Chelsea player in that team spots him. So when Haaland comes to Chelsea, who's going to spot Haaland's running behind? That's the problem.
Yeah. I hear that. Great all Stinners. He's not said anything yet. What do you want to say, bro? Go on.
The Bundesliga is terrible. He's gonna need a season to adjust to the Premier League. And don't disrespect Kane. Kane plays for a dead club, Tottenham, and he needs to leave. Kane needs to.
Bundesliga is the hardest league in the world.
What?
Are you
kidding? The defending's awful.
How can you say Bundesliga
is massive? Don't rate Mason Mount as well, yeah?
He rolled a defender. Haaland rolled a defender, and that would never happen in the Premier League.
Actually, Chelsea
another
fan.
Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I don't know. Classic. Are you a Liverpool fan? Who do you support?
Chelsea fan.
You're Chelsea, but you don't like Mason Mount, do you?
Listen. Bundesliga is one of the hardest league in the world. If Werner and Havertz started with Tuchel, they would be really, really good. Okay, because Werner and Havertz started under Lampard, now everybody is saying Bundesliga is not a good league.
No, bruv.
I can name you the amount of flops. The amount of flops that have come from the Bundesliga is ridiculous.
One at a time. Right, I'm gonna say something right now. Just to end it all because this is just stupid. Right, for me, Haaland is the better fit, and the only reason why he's a better fit, he's younger, and he probably going like in front of goal
You get more
offers
from him.
just as much
We
as
don't need
Kane.
younger.
Okay,
We
just as
don't need
much.
younger.
No, let me
We do.
explain, though. Let me
I
explain.
think we do.
The reason why. Okay, cool. Look, I'm sick of this crap about a short term process. Like everyone these days just wants a short term process. Think about Haaland being at Chelsea right now. He's gonna
Could
be
I
there
have it?
5+ years.
It gives you
Kane,
the fear factor.
exactly.
I
And
agree.
all I'm gonna say is right now, he's younger. He's just as tenacious as Kane, and that's a fact. And he offers you just as much in front of goal. Look at the
And he's
stats.
not
Look at the
injury
stats.
prone.
Kane does not get in front of goal as much than the Haaland. That's a stat as well. Haaland is expected to take on 5.8 shots a game. Kane 3.8. Is that might just be because of how bad the midfielder is at Tottenham, but I don't give a shit. The facts are Haaland offers you more. Simple as.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for a long-term process as well.
Yeah, let's let Hassan talk and then
Simple
Abdul
as.
talk. Go on, Hassan. What do you want to say? Go on, mate.
Yeah, I can agree and disagree to Charlotte's point about Harry Kane. It's because I wouldn't mind taking Kane unless you use a cheaper price, but it's going to cost similar, if not the same as Haaland. So what's the point going for a 28-year-old
Yeah,
that's going to last you? That's going to last you 4 to 5 years max. Whereas Chelsea right now, they're currently building a young squad, not to do like what Liverpool is doing currently, or dominate for 2 to 3 years. They wanted to build a team that could dominate 5 to 6 years. Like if you've seen our signings before, most of them have been 20.
Johnny.
Andrew's always on my case. Always on my case.
So yeah, I mean, if Kane's going to cost 100 between 100 to 120 million, Haaland's going to cost the same. So that's why I'm saying go for Haaland. Yes,
Yeah,
I
he
agree.
might need a season.
I agree.
Yes, he might need a season to adapt, but also in terms of all right, if he doesn't turn out well, we could still make our money back. Whereas Kane, he's going to get older and his price is going to drop every year. He's at his peak of his career. If Kane was at 60 to 70 million, then maybe you take him. But if he's 100 million or 120 million,
The reason I agree with Hassan on this, and this is why I would choose Haaland over Kane, is for me, when you sign Haaland, you sign in for me the second best young talented footballer in the world.
Generation.
Yeah, all right, but not just that, right? What is the thing that Chelsea has struggled with the most? It's replacing a striker since Diego Costa and Didier Drogba, right? We've brought in strikers that have just not been good enough for this club. And I feel like with Haaland, not only can he hold up play, he scores. He only needs 1 or 2 chances and he will bury them. He scores goals that are out of the ordinary. Like you don't expect him to do them and he still buries them. One touch, bang. Sometimes not one touch, just a shot out of nowhere. It's a goal. And that's what I think Chelsea miss. If they had that clinical person up front, yes, he's very young. I agree. He is still very young. But why not take the risk on someone that young? Yeah, you're probably gonna spend more buying Kane than you are Haaland, by the way, from what I've heard. Anyway, so get Haaland, bring him in, allow him to adapt to this league, work around him. Yeah, you know the guy can finish, which is something Chelsea need. Yeah. And then move on. And then the other thing is you can move on for the future as well. We don't have to worry about keep having to look for strikers every fucking season. Why not just rely on this guy? Allow him to be the new Didier Drogba of Chelsea, someone that's going to lead the squad. We can see that Haaland's got the capabilities to want to lead squads. I've seen him shout in people's faces. You know, he shows anger, he shows passion. I want that in my football club. And he does that at Dortmund.
What does Kane do? Fucking care about an injury.
Do you know what, Jem? He's not gonna need to adapt as much as you think that the Havertzes and the Werners and all these players are going to adapt. He's so good that you give him just that half chance and he will score goals. And the thing is, a player like that, he's proven he can go midway from whatever league, whatever you said, to Dortmund and bag 18 goals in the same season. I mean, you don't need to worry about a player adapting like that. And he's going to have Havertz settled. He's going to have Werner settled. He's going to have a Doy there settled. You know, you got all the minerals there. You got Mason Mount. Everyone's there. settled after this season
Oh,
to
God.
allow him to come into fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what Johnny's saying. I think it makes a lot of sense. We've
Could
got
I
Abdi
also
with
add
us
to
as
that
well.
point?
Abdi, what would you like to say, my mate?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. We can hear you. What would you like to say?
All right, I'm just kind of confused on this talk about Haaland and adapting to the Premier League. Listen, Haaland, he just reminds me of that Diego Costa, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He just has that arrogance about him.
Yeah.
He just won't he does not need time.
No nonsense. No nonsense.
Yeah,
He's not
no
ready
nonsense
for
player.
The Liverpool man talking, yeah.
I'm kind of confident that if Haaland was to make a move to the Premier League, he will break the goal scoring record.
Not first 2 seasons. He won't first 2 seasons.
No. He has a chance to, but I wouldn't say big.
He'll score between 15 and 20 goals first season if he can.
Yeah, first season, that's a good season.
He's
we
not.
get Haaland, we're winning the league, boys.
Yes, Mustafa. Yes, my guy.
Oh no, Mustafa's here. Be careful. He's gonna rattle some feathers. 100%. Mustafa, what would you like to say, mate? We do need to finish off very soon because it's been nearly 2 hours. So, Mustafa, go on. Tell us what you'd like to say, my man.
What's with this Abraham slander?
Tell us.
What?
Come on.
I didn't slander him. I'm backing Tammy. Go on, son.
I'm backing
Go
on. Speak your heart.
Nah,
Go on,
all
Mustafa,
I'm saying is you're not all saying oh shit, he should be sold. But if it's Warner, give him time.
Exactly.
No, but you got to understand with Werner. Werner was signed in the
don't give me
summer.
nonsense.
Tammy's had 2 seasons.
Werner was signed in the summer.
100 says, man.
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish.
You know
Because
what
I'm the only one here that backed Tammy, so I'm gonna back Werner as well because Werner's come from the German league. And he's coming to a very unprecedented time
Germany
and
is a better
surroundings
league
with
than
COVID, right?
EPL.
Hold on.
Oh my days, fam. Shut up.
He's
Are you a
coming,
girl's brother?
right?
Have you ever seen Germany?
Listen, it doesn't matter. Show respect. Let me finish, all right?
Yeah, man.
So Werner's come in, right? He's come in. Okay, he's obviously very low on confidence right now.
Yeah,
and
because
for a
he
while.
had Lampard. He had
No, it's not
Lampard.
about
Lampard didn't
Lampard.
want him to succeed.
Forget about
He wanted
Frank,
Mason
man. He's
Mount.
gone.
It's not about Lampard.
This is the same
bruv.
guy who said Lampard's world
Don't
class.
say that to
Under
Johnny will go
Tuchel,
mad.
Werner and
Listen.
Havertz haven't lost any game.
Listen, you're a nonsense talker because you said to me Mason Mount's not a good player. I can't.
Listen,
there's no
Werner's
logic
finished.
with you, bro.
Slander against
Let me
German
finish my point,
Bundesliga.
mate. Let me finish my
Werner's
point.
finished now.
Let me finish my point, right? So with Tammy's had an injury right now. Since Tuchel's come in, he's definitely struggling to find his feet. I think he's affected by Lampard leaving. He scored us 19 goals last season and arguably contributed a lot to us getting top 4 and getting Champions League football. And he's contributed a start off this season. Tammy's got huge potential. Tammy just needs to be given that opportunity. Whether Chelsea are going to allow that or Tuchel's going to allow that, I think he will, by the way he tinkers the squad. But regardless what you say, right, with Werner is all-round game. What he offers is different to what Tammy offers and what Giroud offers. And his movement, his intelligence, his pace, they haven't got. Okay? So Werner offers that and has contributed hugely to Chelsea Football Club this season. Regardless, he's not scoring goals. We know that. That will come. And that will come once he adjusts. And when I'm talking about him adjusting, he's adjusting to the pace of the league. It's the fastest league in the world. Now, once he adjusts to that pace, you will see that little half yard.
He's already adjusted.
Timo Werner will have on every defender. Hold on, bruv. Don't interrupt me. He will have that half. Bruv, you're winding me up.
About him adjusting. He just isn't scoring, and Chelsea doesn't need to score. They are winning the games. So you're saying that Werner came from German league or from Austrian league? He's slow. You're just stupid.
I'm not saying he's slow, bro. I'm saying he's adjusting to the pace of the Premiership. The Premiership is faster than the Bundesliga. Fact.
Abraham is Ben Werner.
German leagues are well engineered. Have you seen how they train?
Okay.
How many low blocks has Timo Werner played against this season, bro? He's probably played more than half of the games this season are all low blocks, which doesn't suit Timo Werner. So what you use Timo Werner for is his movement to drag and split defenses. And that's how we score goals and win games, right? With our other players. That's the bottom line. Against Liverpool, how was Mount able to score that goal when he got the ball? Because they were scared of Werner's pace and his movement. And that allowed Mount to cut in, take the ball down, cut in and score that worldie and win the game. That is what I'm talking about with Timo Werner. All right, and he was robbed of that goal.
Werner helped.
Werner needs time. Werner needs time, regardless what you say. He needs time, and next season he's going to be banging goals in, and you're going to be licking your wounds and going back to the stream saying, "What have I said? What have I said?" Because Werner is a top draw, mate.
Johnny, I don't get it. Are you with Werner or against Werner?
I'm with Werner.
Right, Johnny, you're talking shit, man.
Why am I talking shit? Come on, then. Tell me why I'm talking shit. Tell me. Go on. You made a statement like that. Back it up, bro.
You are trying to protect Lampard by saying English Premier League.
No. I want the guy. Who's the guy that said I'm talking shit? Tell me why I'm talking shit.
If people know what class here, are the shit.
Claus, bruv, no disrespect. I want to hear what this guy's saying. Why I'm talking shit. Back it up. Come on. Are you going silent?
Yeah, just take care.
Yeah, sure. You're saying that he's time. How long? Yeah. So if next season he flops, yeah, what are you saying?
What? You're talking like you're on flipping ecstasy, bruv, or Red Bull. Slow down, man.
Guys, come on, let's finish it off anyway. Who was talking? Was it Mustafa? Mustafa, do you want to finish off with what you're saying?
All I'm just saying is, if Werner misses chances, yeah, people make excuses. But if it's Abraham, I'm saying, oh, he's shit, sell him. He's trash.
Vardy's misses much.
You know what, Abraham? His overall game is poor. It's not just about goals and assists. Tammy's overall game has been terrible. It's not Chelsea standard.
See, this is what people don't.
It doesn't matter. Drogba, you would call Drogba average because he didn't have the greatest goal scoring record ever. But his overall game was so outstanding, and the amount of cup finals he won for us. That's what makes him world class. It wasn't the amount of goals he scored.
I don't get it why people are so passive about Werner. Oh, he's gonna adopt to EPL. Shut the fuck up. He already have adopted to EPL. He's one of the best players in EPL.
You know what, bruv? If you think every Kasif, come here, son. Come here, mate. Because at the end of the day, you're saying to me that no player needs to adapt. That's what you just said. You're deluded, son. You're deluded, son.
Thiago's world class in the Premier League.
You're deluded, son.
You're deluded.
How many Thiago Silvas are there in this world? How many
we had no chance against Atletico Madrid in second leg if it wasn't for Werner. Werner confidence had stopped. He was so confident.
He's missing his film.
Okay. Classic. Can I just quickly say your point on the German league? I get what you mean. It's not as what it used to be, bro. And you're talking to a guy that watches it every single week.
I'm German. I'm half German. I'm half Austrian. So it took very.
You're talking to a guy that's been watching the German league for the last.
Okay, what's you saying? What have you seen? What kind of a German league have you seen? You know, in German league, there's Borussia Dortmund, there's Frankfurt, there's Mönchengladbach. All of the German leagues are above.
Should I tell you when I first started watching? I first started watching the German league when a team called VfB Stuttgart won the first Bundesliga title when Mario Gomez was top goal scorer. That's when I started watching the German league.
Yeah, Ram, you need to stop interrupting people.
Sorry, what?
You need to stop interrupting people.
No, but he's asking me, do you know any teams for the German league? I know Borussia Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach. I know a lot of teams, bro. Like me and David talk about the German league a lot. We both watch it extensively. You know what I mean?
Bayern wins every title. So that United winning every title from 1990 till I don't know where. It means EPL was a shit league. It doesn't. Bayern Munich have won a lot of titles, but they also have won more Champions League than United, Arsenal, Chelsea combined.
Not Liverpool.
What, in the last 10 years, they've only won one.
First of all, if you
so
look at hang on, wait, hang on.
Listen, the Ganduzi guy, the Arsenal guy, Ganduzi, he's such an embarrassment. He went to German league and he's talking about how much money he gets. People who are born in Germany, they are born rich people. The people who are playing in Bundesliga, they don't care about money.
Hang on. Wait. On the point of the
it's such a
hang on.
I've got to jump in now,
on
mate.
your point.
I just don't like the slander. Oh, Kane would adopt to Premier League because he's been playing in Premier League.
Kane would score 50 goals in Bundesliga. That's how poor.
Yeah, that's fact.
He would do. He would.
Good midfield. They have one of the
Bundesliga, and you've got time to pirouette and dance and do a whole flipping choreography, mate.
Can I ask you a question?
Just watch Haaland's goal today. That would never happen in the Premier League.
Let's let Abdi talk, and then we'll let Ram talk, and then we're going to finish it off, guys. Yeah, because it's nearly 2 hours. So come on, let's go.
Champions League. What are you on about? He's been scoring goals in Champions League.
Yeah, Abdi, is there anything you want to say, mate?
Oh, I just wanted to talk about Tammy.
Go on, bro. Tell us.
So I don't. Okay, so it's really hard to say this, but I don't think he should go because I don't know who we could bring in to replace, because you know how Giroud's going to leave in the summer, and what we're left with, like if we were to get Haaland, if either him or Werner were to get injured, I don't know who would replace them.
Tammy would not score in Bundesliga.
Oh my God!
Don't get past that.
You're smoking breeze, man.
That's it. I'm gonna have to mute you,
Stop the
mate.
toxicity, bro.
I have to mute you, mate, because there's too much swearing that's going on, mate. Like, let's let Abdi finish talk, and then we're gonna let Ram talk. And we're gonna.
Oh yeah, that's all I wanted to say, bro.
Could I add to Abdi's point though afterwards?
Abdi, is that it, bro?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, bro.
Ram, what do you want to say? Come on, what do you want to say? Tell us.
I was going to talk about the German league. Yeah, it's not as what it used to be. Like I remember back like about 4 or 5 seasons ago, they used to have the best defenders, the best attackers, the best everything. But right now, it's Premier League. Sorry, obviously, all the Premier League is
breathing really
better,
heavy,
it's much more competitive.
He's shooting someone.
He's breathing like.
Sorry, man. I swear, me and you got to go the night out. I swear.
Yeah, man, definitely, 100%.
Sorry, Ram.
On his point on the Bayern Munich has won more more Champions League. Yeah, they won more Champions Leagues because they won 3 in a row in 1970 something. Like, is a redundant statement. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at the Champions League era from '92, other than Spain, England are the second highest in terms of winning the Champions League. So.
I was waiting for you to bring out your Maldini history. I was waiting for that, man. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, sorry, and Italy. Forgot Italy.
We got the Danish Maldini, bro.
You got the Danish.
Don't do this. We got Virgil van Kabak and Maldini Phillips.
All right, allow the Maldini stuff. Allow it.
Just Danish Maldini, bro.
Anyway, guys,
Maldini has
repping my G Lewis, bro. AC high.
Listen, Maldini's better than any of the Liverpool defenders I've ever seen in my life. So on that,
better than anyone. Better than anyone, Jem. Better than anyone.
No, Maldini Phillips.
Guys, appreciate it as always. Nearly 2 hours. It's been a great show again. That debate show, we do that once every Saturday. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're new here to GNA TV. We've had a solid nearly 40 to 50 people here right now, down to 30, which is great. We appreciate it as always. Ram, thank you for coming on, bro, as always, sharing your support. Val Schwan, Mustafa, Grey Wolf Dinner, Abdi, first time seeing you on here. Thank you for coming on. Hassan, my boy Johnny Bomb, as always, in the house to drop some bombs when need be. And then man like Ads is in as joined us all the way through as well. So Ads, sign us off, my bro. Sign us off, man.
Yeah, man. Let me just get out full screen first, and then I will sign us out. Yeah, people, thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Obviously, match reactions coming tomorrow for the Chelsea game. People, smash the like button, share the video, and subscribe if you are new. We've been GNA TV. Thank you very much, and we're out. Peace.
It's like it's playtime when it's free time. In the dance that they have to take a glance, but we stepping out the
Well done, guys. Well done. All good.
That was mad.
Yeah, what was all that? Who's the guy that goes, I talk shit, and when I called him,
Yeah,
he just went,
listen. He dislikes the German league.
Guys,
but
we're still live, I think.
Ram, listen. When you listen, you can debate all you want, but you cannot interrupt people when they're talking, bro. You cannot interrupt.
Hang
people
on.
when they're talking.
As you can't.
I'm being serious.
Interrupt someone when they're not being when they're not.
Yeah, but no,
putting out right
mate.
facts.
This is where you're wrong.
No, you can't. You can't interrupt someone if they're not saying anything